Our terrain, our climate is different. A vehicle that probably isn't built for, that is built, how do you call the PMS? Petrol, a vehicle that is built to run on petroleum, on PMS, suddenly is converted to CNG, whereby the entire boot becomes a storage section for the large tank. And then that vehicle plies on a road that is not smooth, that is quite bumpy. What happens to that tank, to that large tank of gas? It becomes more endangered or susceptible to explosion. And then imagine adding our hot climate. In some states, the weather gets as hot as 40 degrees. So I think that's actually a recipe for disaster. Meanwhile, we admire on the news or on the search engines such CNG products or programs going on successfully in the Western world because, one, they do not have, these countries do not attain a climate as high as ours, and the roads are also smoother. So therefore, that compressed CNG tank does not pose a danger. Are you getting what I'm saying? I need to know, are you actually right now conducting the adaptability of the CNG project to Nigeria? Or we just see what happens in China, see what happens in America and think, bam, it can also work in Nigeria?
So far, our investigation has shown that those ones that you have explosion has been done by illegal outfit, which we are working on making sure that they don't operate. So we are really on it. Of course, we know we are beginning something that is new to our country, Nigeria, to cut down the cost. But we should expect some of these accidents at the very minimal level. As we perfect other countries that make use of this, like you look at India and other countries, they had their own share of accidents across the line. But they try to adjust as they move on. So I can assure you, CNG has come to stay. And we will do everything possible to make sure that we curb all those incidences as we progress.
Africa as a continent, contributes only 3%. 3. UK alone constitutes 4.8%. UK, one country. The same UK, last year, gave over 100 licenses for new explorations in the North Sea. They are telling you to stop, but they are giving licenses for new explorations. This is neocolonialism. The time has come for us to take our own destiny in our own hands. And what Nigeria does is to provide leadership for the rest of Africa. As Africans, we have agreed that, look, first of all, let us explore the resources we have, both oil and gas, to first of all get energy security before we talk about transition. After all, we are victims. We are not culprits. The emissions we're talking about, if out of 100% emissions, we as a continent constitute only 3%, when one country in Europe, UK, constitute 4.8%. It would be wrong for us to be talking about energy transition when we don't even have energy security. So our preoccupation now as a country is to see how we can get energy security, first of all, to industrialize, create jobs for our people, and live like normal beings. For, this transition means different things for different people. For those in Europe and America, is how they can sustain the comfort they have. But for here, it's for us to provide energy. For us to, live like every other normal human being. So as a country, I don't want members of the National Assembly whose support we need tremendously. We need all the investments in oil and gas.